I believe that this is a time to remember for Quant. I think that in the future, when people take a look back in time, when they take a look back at right here, right now, I think a lot of people will say, wow, I can't believe the price of Quant was once that low. That was so unbelievable. And even though that isn't financial advice, I want to give several reasons why I believe Quant will shock the world during the next bull run. First of all, I do believe that Quant has amazing fundamentals. If we take a look at the Quant network, I do believe that it is extremely revolutionary. And let me show you what I'm talking about. If we take a look at the Quant network, it is comprised of the Overledger OS and the Overledger Network. And I want to begin by explaining what the Overledger OS is. That the Overledger OS allows multi-chain applications to be built. And some people may be wondering, okay, what is a multi-chain application? And a multi-chain application is an application that is built on top of several blockchains instead of just one. Through the Overledger OS, individuals no longer have to be stuck building on only just one blockchain. For example, let's say an individual wants to build an application through the Overledger OS. This individual can build an application that, for example, takes advantage of the speed of the Stellar blockchain while at the same time leveraging the strength of the Bitcoin blockchain. That is how special the Overledger OS is. And here's the thing, when it comes to the Overledger OS, I also do believe that it has a lot of benefits as well. For example, if we take a look at this, we will see that through the Overledger OS, individuals can start using blockchain with just 3 lines of code, which I think is insane. Other benefits also include avoiding the need to buy additional infrastructure, being able to comply to security and regulation, and being able to utilize existing technical skills and resources. And here's the crazy thing, all of this can be accomplished in just less than 8 minutes. I think that is absolutely jaw dropping. Not only is the Overledger OS so special, but it's also very easy to use in my opinion. And now with that being said, I now want to talk about the Overledger network. When it comes to the Overledger network, what is it, right? The Overledger network is made up of the Overledger OS users. And on the Overledger network, these Overledger OS users can, for example, share their data, their apps, their resources, and monetize them. And that right there is the Quant network. It's made up again, right, of the Overledger OS and the Overledger network. And I do believe that the Quant network is truly a sight to behold. I think it is just so incredible. However, let's not forget, Quant also has such an amazing use case. For example, Quant can be used for developer licenses, platform fees, enterprise licenses, transaction processing, and much more. Quant is not short of any use cases. And something that I find very special about Quant is the fact that Quant is very rare. And that is not just some sort of gimmicky statement because Quant actually is. Just to put what I'm saying into context, if we take a look at Bitcoin, a lot of people they like to say, oh, Bitcoin's rare. And Bitcoin is rare. There's only going to be 21 million Bitcoin ever. However, on the flip side, if we take a look at Quant, there's less than 15 million Quant. So when you think about it, right, Quant is extremely rare. And also on top of that, when it comes to Bitcoin, in my opinion, I just don't think that Bitcoin has that much of a diverse use case. If we take a look at Bitcoin, what is it really, right? It's mostly just a store of value. However, Quant isn't like that. Quant isn't just primarily a store of value. Just like I mentioned before earlier on in the video, Quant has such a wide array of use cases. So when people ask me, why are you buying Quant instead of Bitcoin? My response is, it's more rare, and I think the use case is a lot better. And something that I find very spectacular about Quant is the fact that they are focused on enterprise adoption. And I do believe that this is such a genius move because I do believe that that is where all the potential is at. And in fact, there's data that backs this up because if we take a look on the screen right here, we will see that by 2030, the blockchain technology market is expected to exceed $1.4 trillion. And by the way, this growth right here is going to be largely driven through enterprise adoption. And I think that if anything truly visualizes just how much growth enterprises can provide. And when I take that into account, I truly do believe that Quant is doing the right move by being focused on enterprises. So when I consider Quant's use case, when I consider its fundamentals, and when I consider just how rare Quant is, I truly do believe that Quant will have no issues reaching high prices during the next bull run. In fact, I do believe that Quant is so special to the point that it could potentially reach the price of $5,000 during the next bull run. And now, of course, that is not financial advice, but when I say that, some of the Quant haters out there, they may think, oh wow, $5,000? That is so unrealistic for Quant. Oh, that's crazy. But in my opinion, I don't think so. And let me explain why. Because if we take a look at Quant, if Quant were to reach the price of $5,000 during the next bull run with its current circulating supply, if it were to do that, it would only have a market cap of $72.7 billion. And this may seem like a lot, but in my opinion, in the world of cryptos, it's actually not that much. For example, we have seen a meme coin, in the case of Dogecoin, reach a market cap of over $88 billion. And Dogecoin, in my opinion, has nowhere near the fundamentals that Quant has. So again, right, Quant, with its current circulating supply, to reach $5,000 would have a $72.7 billion market cap. That is around $16 billion less than Dogecoin's all-time high market cap. So when I take that into account, I truly do believe that Quant reaching $5,000 is actually a very realistic target. And by the way, that is not an invitation to buy, sell, or trade cryptos. That is not the case whatsoever. But I do believe that Quant is just truly fantastic. I think it's spectacular, and I think it is so amazing. And if you want to check out a very interesting video, make sure to go ahead and click on this thumbnail right here. It's a very fantastic video, and I think you all would really love it.